choosing to watch our show on the last day of the year. It is time to get the latest news now with Amelia Adams. Morning, Mills.
Thank you very much, Wendy. Good morning. Western Australia's Pilbara region has been lashed by 200km/h winds as Cyclone Christine crossed the coast. The Category 3 storm is now moving inland and is expected to intensify. A red alert is in place, warning residents not to go outside until the storm passes. A Sydney taxi driver has been stabbed several times in a frenzied attack in the city overnight. Police say the 71-year-old was stabbed up to 10 times in his neck and shoulder in Surrey Hills just before midnight. He was rushed to St Vincent's Hospital and remains in an induced coma this morning. A search of the area failed to find the offender, who is aged in his 30s, with a white shirt and a red hat, and anyone who does have information should contact Crime Stoppers. An 18-year-old man has allegedly led New South Wales police on a high-speed pursuit overnight. It started at Long Jetty on the Central Coast, where police say the driver failed to stop for a random breath test. Around 10 police cars then pursued the teen for 80 kilometres along the M1, reportedly reaching speeds of 170 kilometres an hour. It came to a fiery end in Illawarra shortly after the car hit road spikes.
We saw this car coming by, front wheels had either been shot out or lost somehow. About 10 police cars flying after him, sparks going everywhere.
A female passenger was also charged. Right across the country, Australians are preparing to welcome the new year in style. And we have our reporters in Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne and Adelaide this morning. We'll go first to Lauren Ellis in Brisbane. Lauren, good morning. What can we expect there tonight?
Well, good morning, Amelia. A fireworks extravaganza is planned for Brisbane. In fact, the largest in the state's history. There's going to be 5 tonnes of fireworks, over 30,000 pyrotechnic effects, and it's all been 5 months in the making to make sure it's grand and spectacular to bring in the new year. Now, the first show will be at 8:30, and the fireworks will be timed to pop rock tracks like Elvis and also Kylie Minogue. Then at 12 o'clock will be the crowning glory, and that's when tens of thousands of people are expected to be here. And they're picking more tracks that everyone will like, and they're hoping it could even have an emotional effect on people who are watching. Now, there will be a number of road closures in place, so people are advised to catch public transport, and it will be free from 9 o'clock all the way through to 5:30. But with thousands of people expected to flock here to South Bank and also the CBD, if you want a front row seat, then you better get here pretty quick, Amelia.
Yeah, it's a spectacular spot too. Thank you very much, Lauren. We'll go straight to Chris Urquhart in Sydney now. Chris, what is happening there?
Well, Sydney Harbour always so spectacular, Amelia, and every year they tell us it's going to be bigger and better than the year before, and we kind of think, oh, didn't you say that last year? Well, the reason why they're telling us that this year will be so big is that they've managed to jam another set of fireworks into tonight. We usually have the 2, the 9 o'clock family show and then also the fireworks at midnight as well, but they're managing to have a display at 10:30 as well tonight. The other big change for people to look out for, they're actually letting the rockets off the sails of the Sydney Opera House tonight, which will be another spectacular part of the show. More than 10,000 fireworks being let off from barges right across the harbour. 4 stations are starting to fill up at the moment, and have warned that they'll be targeting antisocial behaviour. In fact, we've seen some of them walking down here as early as this today already, but let's hope that doesn't spoil for what should be a wonderful night for more than 1 million people expected to line the foreshore right here in Sydney.
Yeah, it really is one of the best in the world. Chris, thanks for that. All right, Laura Turner is in Melbourne now, and she's got a rundown of what's happening there. Morning, Laura.
Good morning, Amelia. Well, Melbourne's skyline will explode into sparkling gold tonight in front of more than 500,000 people in what Melbourne is also promising to be the biggest New Year's Eve party yet. There will be 4 different live sites across the city, 44 different pyrotechnicians working off 16 different rooftops. Of course, the first show for the families, for the kids, is at 9:30 at Yarra Park, and then after that, the big one to ring in 2014, that big show at midnight tonight. Now, tonight's party has a price tag of $3 million, so we're told to make the most of it, be organised and have your transport ready. And that means public transport trains through the city loop. They will cease at 11:45, so don't miss out, be organised, make sure that you're off the train by then. And if you want to get back on, you've got to go to Southern Cross Station or Flinders Street as well. So be organised for the big party tonight here in Melbourne, Amelia.
Yeah, very good advice. Laura, thanks for that. Finally, we will go to Adelaide, where Jack Paquette has got all the latest on the celebrations there. Hey, Jack.
Good morning, Amelia. Well, as you can see behind me, preparations are well underway for a big night of festivities here at Elder Park. 25,000 people are expected to come to the city for a night of celebration. Entertainment starts at around 7 o'clock tonight, and there'll be 2 firework displays. The first one's for the kids at around 9 o'clock, and the second one just after midnight when the clock strikes 12. There will be around 1,000 fireworks in each display, and that's approximately around 4 tonnes of explosive material that'll be shot up into the sky. Around 35,000 people will then head just across the river for the Big Bash game between the Adelaide Strikers and the Perth Scorchers. And they'll be hoping to see some fireworks on the field at Adelaide Oval. But there will be a lot of festivities up and down the coast tonight. 40,000 will flock to Glenelg, where entertainment will start at 6:30, the first lot of fireworks at 9:30 and the second at midnight. There'll also be similar scenes at both Semaphore and Brighton, as well as the beachside town of Victor Harbour about an hour south of Adelaide. But wherever you are across South Australia, it promises to be a hot day today. Adelaide's expecting a top of 37 degrees and the mercury's only going to drop to around 28 at night, so it promises to be nice warm weather for those celebrations. And even better, they've rostered on an extra 1,100 taxi drivers for the graveyard shift, and there'll be free public transport between midnight and dawn. That'll be good news for the party revellers who will be trying to get home in the wee hours of the morning. Amelia?
Yeah, great news. What a great initiative. All right, Jack, we'll leave it there. Thank you very much. Well, Formula One great Michael Schumacher is still clinging to life in hospital, where he remains in an induced coma. Leading French surgeons are closely monitoring his condition after he suffered a severe head injury in a skiing accident. Doctors are refusing to speculate on when or if he will recover.
This accident took place at high speed. He was taken care of immediately right up to our hospital, where he was operated on after a cerebral scan. We cannot say anything on what will happen to Michael Schumacher.
They say they're monitoring his progress 1 hour at a time. Well, if 2013 wasn't busy enough, it looks like 2014 is going to be almost frantic for Prince William. The Duke of Cambridge has enrolled in a 10-week agricultural management course at Cambridge University, and it's also he can learn more about the British farming industry and the issues facing rural communities. According to a spokesperson from the university, William is very much looking forward to getting back to his studies. So there you go, an epic New Year's Eve. Everyone's celebrating in different ways. And if I can just give a shout out to my sister, who'll be spending it in hospital.
What's the matter?
My sister Lucy's just been admitted to have a baby.
Cool.
Good news.
Yes. Lovely news.
She could be on our news tomorrow.
Happy New Year's to our family.
First
This
baby
year
of
or
the
next?
year.
Well, that's a big question. Who knows?
Cross fingers it's
get her to
quick.
hold on
Let's
to
Let you
hope
know
for
tomorrow
this year.
morning.
It'll be the first one for the new year.
Yeah, we'll send a
We
news
could cross
crew.
live.
She'll love that.
Hey?
Don't joke. You know they threatened that with
Yeah,
me.
I
They said
know.
if you're still working and you go into labour on air,
We love that.
We're
The
gonna
first
send a
baby of the
camera.
year. Wouldn't that be
Yeah,
nice?
live cameras, boom, whole.
not going to happen.
Yeah, and on that subject, you know Kieran, my brother, Sky News, his little girl turns 1 today. So she was born, little
nice.
Louise. Happy birthday.
Happy
She's a beautiful
birthday.
little girl, so they're having a
Lovely.
little party there as well. So
Gorgeous.
isn't that nice?
I love a
Cosy feeling
family.
in here.
Yeah, love a family shout out.
All right, George Bailey admits his future with the